Where are all these angry elves coming from? The North Pole?
Sproo Town here. We're taking a look at the Osprey Northstar Miniatures Elf Light Infantry from Oathmark. And here it is in the Battle of the Lost Ages. This is a great little kit. I like the elves as an alternative to human forces, and in this set you get enough to really create archers, your foot soldiers, and it goes all the way around. Here on the back we've got a nice photograph of things painted. Let's see, elf light infantry, whether bow-armed rangers or the swordsmen of the Pathguard, they're a tough and versatile troop, and they're likely to be tasked with scouting and setting ambushes ahead of the army, as with defeating supply lines are key objective. Okay, this has enough parts to build 30. Okay, let's open up the box and see what we're getting. And it's always nice too, they show you how that gets put together. There's no instructions with this, of course. And let's take a look, and you get your your gaming bases set for units. And here we go. So you got enough of these, you get 10, very nice. Always welcome when you see a company that puts their bases in. And let's see what's on the sprue. At the top of the sprue, we've got our 5 bodies. This is a really nicely designed sprue with everything easily readable and readily accessible. So a few different poses. Legs out, legs to tilt, legs together. You can see we've got the belts. We've got, in some cases, pouches. No, in all the bodies you got a little pouch. You get your belt. You've got a couple different designs that go along this way. The back of the body's caped. Pretty much uniform that way. And then below the bodies, we've got a frame of bows and one arm pulling the arrow back, which you get a couple of those, and that's too bad because I sure like that pose. But a couple of arms also holding the arrow straight up. You get another couple bows here, so you're getting 5 bows, 4 different hands with the arrows. So maybe another hand for releasing it. Yes, they do have that, which is right below that. You've got your hand open as if shooting. Another one, a really nice arm there for a pose. An arm with a fist. Arm pointing for command, I suppose. And over here we've got some nice arms for the shields, and with a nice touch with the actual shield handles put to the hands. I like that. And below them we've got shields, a wooden side. You've got some quivers. You get a dagger or two. You get another couple quivers, another set of shields, so you get 5 shields, 5 quivers. Very nice. Front of the shields, they are blank, so you can put whatever you want on them, decals, paint them up however you need. Quivers are good. And here we go to the heads. 15 heads. Looks like a couple commanders. One with the mouth open. You get your top feathers, I guess, to denote that, or if you want a feather in their bonnet. Elf faces are pretty standard, but nice looking. You've got some with hoods. You've got some with the helms. With some of them are masked for COVID, I imagine. And some nice detail with the faces. Let's take a look at the hoods. Again, guy with his mouth open yelling. You've got a couple, one guy with a mask, another guy with a mask. That's really cool. I like the head sweeping hair, and that always adds a little bit of drama. So those are the heads. Let's take a look at the last two frames on the sprue. You've got the swords. Sword up, sword up. You've got sword up, sword thrust forward, or must be the commander. And for the banner, you've got this little scroll looking item. You got your leaves on the top. There's the arm with the banner pole. Pretty simple looking sprue, well used of space, and I'm happy with that. So this is going to give you plenty of troops to field a little bit of an elf army. So we're going to put these together and be right back. Give Sproo Town a like, subscribe, press the bell for notifications, and we thank you. Alright, we're back from gluing these light infantry together for the elves. And you get an assortment mostly focused on swords and arrows and archers. Swordsmen and archers, which is all good. So you've got some really good basic light infantry troops. Some of the heads are really nice. Good detail. You could use them for a lot of different things. Here you go. This is a head with a face mask, a la COVID. One without. One with his mouth looking a little surprised, and this guy's shouting out a command. So the archers are nice. All the bodies, you get about 3, 4 maybe different poses. I'm not sure if it's all different. These guys are kind of lackluster in that they're just kind of standing there. And this kit is really nice because you could do a lot of conversions in between your Frostgrave, Oathmark, and Deus Vult. They all seem to fit together really nice. So here's the back of those archers. And here is what I chose to do for a little command option. Guy with the sword. I have him pointing. And he's got his sword raised up nice. He's got his nice elven hair flying everywhere. Same thing with the standard bearer. He's pretty nice. There's his shield for his coat of arms, his leaves. He's raised it up. It's a neat arm there where it's just over his shoulder sword. And here's the start of our troops. The hand there, you can kind of tell where the hand strap meets the shield, which is a nice addition. They could have done a lot better things, I think, with left arm options, but that's okay. So they make a good rank and file troop, that is for sure. Here's my foot soldiers. Those are nice as well. An assortment of faces. Some cleanup on legs for flashing and stuff like that. But you can see you get a nice variety of posing options. And they do work, as I say, with Oathmark and Frostgrave and such like that. So you could really kit bash an interesting group together. Here's the backs. Back of the swordsman. They're all pretty standardized. Easy to paint. I will imagine you could do some speed painting pretty easily and pretty quickly and come up with some really nice results. They're not overbearing detail. They're pretty clean and they have some character to them. I like them. Here's the back of the champions. So the backs are pretty good. On the archers, I went ahead and used a back quivers instead of the side. You can see where I've got a couple of hairs I got to clean up. And so there's your hood options on the archers. So you get a few options. I'd say go ahead and kit bash with them. They do seem to fit nicely with other sets. Comparison, here's next to a Warlord's Roman. SPQR and such. So you can see where the size kind of works. Elves could be a little taller. So you can get away with that on the field of play for, your more expansive rule sets that include all kinds of eras and such. And here we are with a Deus Vult. So you can see where he fits in nicely. And Frostgrave Wizard. He's nice along that side. He definitely fits in scale-wise. And Oathmark, he's my Frostgrave Thief. So he fits right in there. And just to be wonky, here's a Mantic Goblin. He's an archer, so he's going to work in a battle. He's kind of tall for being a goblin in this case, but Mantic is a little bigger. Here's a Warhammer old school assassin, so a little bit more towards that range. He's obviously taller. So if you got old school Warhammer elves and things like that, they're going to make a really big difference. Here's a Mantic Nightmares Scarecrow guy. So he's a basic troop, but you can see where he towers over him. So there's a few issues as far as scales go in other games. So, but they'll fit right into Frostgrave and other games like that. So again, thank you for watching Sproo Town. Like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. And I want to thank you for tuning in.